Hello, dear people of planet Earth. We need a global awakening, a reset of our minds, our lives, our future, and our planet is at stake. We need a serious, grown up global dialogue and obviously peace among people. We are all in this together and we need to unite and work together on healing ourselves and our environment. We are here individually for a short period of time, so it's very difficult to understand the fast changing world we are living in. We have obviously an environmental crisis which can lead to hunger and conflicts. We have a looming financial crisis and a spiritual crisis as well that has led us to fight one another instead of working with each other to find better solutions. We are seeing extreme weather conditions worldwide that are more and more frequent. To understand and find the cause of it isn't simple, but the important part is what can any of us influence individually. I believe that when we unite, we can achieve anything. We have billions of people living on this planet and we are wasteful with energy and resources, and we need to figure out how to minimize this and to lead a more fruitful life. We are all responsible for our lives and also for the ones around us. We have to slow down with the use of oil and oil based products that are in many ways responsible for our current situation. That means practically to travel less, move as less as possible with our machines that use oil, and move to places that need our help. Whether it is for helping the people that make our food, or to help put out fires, or to help with rebuilding the infrastructure that has been destroyed by people or so-called natural disasters. We have the technology necessary to work together on all issues that we are facing. Our governments, the people that should lead us, have been working in their own interest mainly, and because of years of disinformation and spreading fear and distrust, well, in a way, there's a way of ruling that has been going on for quite a while. They have lacked the vision of the future. We need to discard or work on discarding all divisions such as national, ethnic, religious, and whatever, because they're, well, basically not real. We made them up. We are all inhabiting one planet, one ecosystem that knows no boundaries, and we should act accordingly. The air, land, and water pollution know no boundaries because everything flows, and if we put poison in our land, air, and water, it will come back to us like a boomerang. That is obvious, even though we tend to ignore this fact. We need to stop with the unhealthy treatment of our planet, stop building unnecessary roads, buildings. We obviously have enough, and we can barely sustain the things that we have now regarding our infrastructure. Apart from oil, the biggest reason why there is so much destruction of a natural environment is the chase for more profit, more money. Obviously, these things are tied together. We have been blinded by the fear that we won't have enough of something tomorrow, not realizing today and now we are rushing around to secure our uncertain future to try to make it certain. That's normal, like human behavior. But on the other hand, that fear makes us more at war with one another, makes us competitors instead of cooperatives. Now, of course, this is a simplification, but mostly true. We can create food for everyone. This planet is still bountiful in plant and animal life, but we need to stop poisoning it and us, mostly again for the sake of profit and enjoyment. We have clothes, maybe even more than we will need for one lifetime. We have enough housing for everyone, so we just need a new economic system that will not be set on the illusion of so-called eternal growth. There's nothing lasts forever. There can not be eternal growth of anything. That's why we have these crashes, market crashes, and from time to time, because this capitalist system that we are living in, obviously the entire planet, has its faults, and they need to be and can be lessened with our actions. We are declining in numbers, which means there are less and less babies being born and more people dying in many parts of the world, and we need to ask ourselves, why is that? That's a personal question for everyone to answer. Obviously, there are many factors involved here, and we need to work on them and talk about them. See, the large cities across the globe and the vast majority of today's population live in cities, somewhere around 60 to 70, in some countries even more than that percent. Uh, they Most of humankind is occupying these cities, and they are large waste producers in many aspects. We have more stuff than we need, and now perhaps we will spend most of our money on food because of the shortages that have been going on for some time, and the conditions of weather and everything else. We have global and local institutions that have been working in obsolete ways because they have stopped adapting and they need to evolve the entire system basically for human cooperation and how to connect to one another and work together locally, which will benefit all of us globally. The global monetary system is also one of the factors that needs change in accordance with the new available technologies such as AI and blockchain. More on that in another video. I will talk and discuss that subject in further detail. The basic principle is a sharing economy, a shift in human behavior and understanding of what money is and what wealth is, a decentralized system that would benefit all, basically, or most people on this planet, and award work and creation, voted globally and locally. With universal basic income that is now becoming more and more a necessity, limiting the pressure for more profit and thereby creating goods of greater quality, food, clothes, and all. See, we have technologies that connect all parts of the globe in a split of a second, so we can inform and react quickly. Obviously, we need reliable sources and less misinformation. That is something that needs to be dealt with and is constantly working on. If you want to find out what is going on, you can always follow the interests of people in power and follow the money, as they say. They are people like any other, make mistakes, look out for their first for their own interests, just like most of us do. Here we should understand that we need a higher interest, one of cooperation, coordination, and finding best possible solutions for daily and basically future problems that might occur. In a sea of information that we have today and bombarded from all across the globe and from different kinds of media, and that they all have certain interest to talk in a certain way, to talk about certain subjects, and they basically are the ones who create the narrative, as it is called. So we need to shift that to talk about the real and serious issues and resolve them. In this sea of information, as I said, in the entertainment industry, we may have forgotten how precious and delicate this one planet that we have and that we are inhabiting is. Industrial development that has been going on for the last 100 years or so has brought the so-called developed countries easier lifestyles and an abundance of different kinds of creation and wealth in this material aspect. The price for that is basically, it now can be seen our deserted villages and farmlands across the globe, mostly on the Western Hemisphere, but also now on all parts of the world, and a rapidly aging population of the countryside, and also rapidly aging population in general. Depending on where you live, in what country, in what part of the world, this may vary, but mostly these so-called developed, economically developed countries are battling this issue in many different ways by bringing in immigrants from all across the world and trying to create policies for making babies and whatever. That's kind of strange and weird, but and it has failed to give any results because of the lack of again vision of understanding of human needs. See, if our villages die out, we lose not only our identity but also a very important knowledge of the ways of nature, its beauty, plant and animal life. We also lose our security of food and its quality and create more pressure on the people who grow our food to produce more with less labor force. Yes, we have big machines that can do the work for 10 or 20 men and women, but the lack of people and human contact cannot be replaced by any machine. The electric revolution that also followed and has been going on together with the industrial one has given us many beautiful inventions, on the other hand, that have connected us virtually through this so-called virtual world of computers, of the internet, but in a way disconnected us in reality and disconnected us from reality. Maybe we need to reconsider the ways we are using these technologies and understand that they are using us as well. Mostly that seems like something out of a Matrix movie about the war of people and machines. Maybe all movies talk in symbolic ways of our time, and they are artworks that can help us understand better, perhaps, when we realize that they are talking about all of us and our predicaments and the predicaments perhaps of our future. It might seem that I have deviated from the topic, but all these things are connected. Our industry, city, people, nature, machines are all parts of our lives. When you look around the world through the stories from the internet, you will see that all of us have issues, meaning all nations, societies have their own set of problems that need to be resolved or firstly talked about and put into perspective. And that has been going on since the dawn of time, so it makes it normal. We constantly have certain issues. It's only a matter of understanding the issues that we have in our lifetime. See, every man, woman and child needs to ask themselves, can we be better, in what way, and can we evolve and understand? When I say evolve, I mean changing our perspective and understanding other people's perspective, and also understanding that we are living in a world where we have constant conflict of interests of various kinds, and understand also that we are all important, but also not that much. Paradoxically, our life is in a certain way limited, and with the number of years that we are going to live on this planet, and we need to understand that we are important, and also we are important to ourselves, but also we are a part of this global society, of our local society, of family and whatnot. And if we have conflicts, the only way to resolve them is by communicating and finding the best possible solution for all sides to be maybe equally dissatisfied. That's what my father used to say.